section where you not permitted. My honey smashing, my guys are fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC, and that was the first. Disgusting what do for a purse, disgusting what do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest can vouch. They thought I was done, but all I got, you gotta pay my insurance.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford will drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Airing this one out for Evans. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. They'll get 34 yards there.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Man. Yeah, took out my quarterback.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. This defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap
Clearly.
it off with the bell ringer.
Clearly.
5 yards, a good run there. Now second and goal.
How you take my
He was
quarterback?
well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
It's a loss of 2, now third
They're
down.
going to have to
That's
earn
a nice
it, though.
example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find
I don't
any
know. I
type of a
hadn't
gap
been
to
on
run
offense
through.
yet, so I
Wasn't
ain't
one
even seen it.
available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Now Stafford on third and goal. And he's going
Let's
to
go,
go
Grady.
down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. But that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
God damn.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here as their
Gregory
quarterback
Meekin.
standing 6'3".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions
6'8"
or 7
overall.
touchdown
Yep,
passes,
they not let me
he's
start
the
that
same
game.
assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some
I was just going to
snacks.
say.
That's where I go.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left.
Let go.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Touchdown, Falcons. Mecole Hardman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons on just 2 plays
We're
have
never gonna
taken the
win on
lead.
Derek. Hold on, let me take that call. Well, hello there.
How are you?
I'm good. What's up?
Shit. I was getting ready to try and tape my auditions, but they're playing music in the theater. No, it's okay. So I was calling to get you to read with me, but I'll do it tonight at some point before we leave here because yeah, it's going to be a strong no right now. Wait. They turned it down. How are you today?
I'm good.
Oh, that's what they getting ready to do? Oh. You look sad.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Stafford on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford, and he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Fights loose. Oh, shifts past him. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On the give, this is Eckler, and he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first down, yardage before. Being taken down at midfield.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Stafford. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So, Charles, a nice throw there by a man who, until this week, was the backup here, elevated to get the start due to injury. How different do you think this offense will be?
Well, the hope is not much, but obviously it's hard to say until you get out there and see how your guys respond. And fortunately, this might just be a 1 or 2 week absence. But I do think that this unit has faith in him. They believe that he can play well, and they're going to band together to give him every opportunity.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again to Henry.
50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man is Ross, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
They'll set up a throw, and it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. This is caught by Evans. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, it's Stafford. Over the middle to Evans. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Stafford looks to throw again. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run here with Eckler, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. To throw is Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, "My goodness, that's how you do it." And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. When we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
69 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8.
They'll drop to throw.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
Now he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is Henry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd and 9 now. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And New York set to take the field.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this is incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Stafford, the toss here completed to Pittman.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Stafford on 3rd down. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Stafford's throw into the hands of Pittman here.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Throwing again is Stafford. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Chase Young
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2nd and 16.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. Mecole Hardman. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? He'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be out right at the 35. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw, Stafford. Williams brings it in. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stafford. And this is caught by Williams. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Here's Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, That's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Falcons, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss here will move.
Jones Shorty.
Whew, bro. I was on the phone the whole time, bro. But yeah, if we ready, we can go ahead and get this bit done. All right, you good. Should have never took the nigga out. And you got 29 touchdowns already? God damn. Nigga, they missed the whole fucking game, man. Definitely ain't gonna catch up. Check on these braids real quick. Okay, hey, let's go. Let's go. We got 4-2. What time the first NBA game is tonight? Seven 30. Bitch. Oh shit, I defend overall 97 too. I ain't even noticed that shit. We do got some dogs out there, bitch. Devontae Adams. Nah, take this nigga quarterback out. Alright, you good. I'm just gonna go ahead and do my scouting real quick that I forgot to do this week. right, we can go ahead and hit the button then. Push the goddamn button.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers.
Hey.
The halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Hey, did you see it in the game I played when the kicking meter disappeared? But the game I just did when I missed that field goal, I missed the field goal. Cause the kicking meter disappeared and then disappeared again on the kickoff.
On first down, Fields.
Complete.
That's Wade. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. First carry for Raheem Mostert. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now Fields. He finds his
come on, bro. Come on, bro.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Carolina. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Come on, bro. What the fuck is going on?
And that makes the score 7-0. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 30.
All right. Damn. That's hard as fuck. Yeah. I'm saying, I'll turn it to the Braves while we wait. All right.
2.
Uh-oh.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
So this game of ours, Charles, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'll be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Lance. Buying time to his left. And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Now Lance. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
Come on, bro. What the fuck?
A nice play design there.
Come on, bro.
Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Lance going to throw.
Come on, bro.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
It's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find two unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, two heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Six yards left on 2nd down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 22, not 22.
He'll pitch it back.
It just stood though until let the shit happen.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 50, here's Fields. Being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
Come on, bro.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Now Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's crossing. He's checking cross. Check, 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 check. Check 3, check 3. Kill.
A give. This is Kamara. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Fields now to throw.
Come on, bro.
Find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Touchdown Panthers. Anthony Schwartz, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
How about the throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to 11. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Running from the gun with Henry, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
On first down, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-power offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
No, you staying there.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Dancing to his left. He completes it to Henry. This all the way down inside the 35. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Lance now to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. That catch good for only a couple. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it.
Oh, come on, bro. No.
Because is it going to win the game? No. But you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 65 yards on the ground for him so far. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
Come on.
Up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Lance looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, good play, boy. That was a good ad play.
It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll return this ball across midfield.
Way to stay back.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6. Again, it's Kamara.
Oh, good blocking.
Oh, he bowls over it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Fields.
Come on, bro.
It's Isabella. Touchdown, Carolina. Andy Isabella with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Point after by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone.
Excuse me.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 10. Again to Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing his Lance on third down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense?
Come on, bro. Come on.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now.
Not just a horrible kick, bro. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong.
The Panthers
one time I punt.
ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And Brandon, this is
I made a beeline
defensively of
out
getting
there,
inside a
bro.
quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
Come on, bro.
Able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
All right.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
56, the mark, bro. 56. Check 56.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that one drops down, incomplete.
That was all
coverage
bad.
there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. By the way, I got to apologize. I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL.
Come on.
What separates in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out,
That's
run the football,
horrible animation.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And a pretty
I
good
think
run
he's
there as
watching
he
you all
gets
the way
7 down to the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Come on, QB, come on. Check 45, come on. Go.
From the gun, here's Fields. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
45. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot,
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. Touchdown, Carolina! Anthony Schwartz, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
It ain't gonna make a difference.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Mecole Hardman.
We can't do shit against. Our defense can't do shit against y'all.
20 to about the 22. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Thanks.
Throwing on first down is Lance. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 45.
This shit
and he'll
horrible.
get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration.
I'm just mad because I feel like this
settling in
season
now.
we got the
And
better
it's probably
team.
been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language.
Yeah,
maybe
but
a little bit in that play call.
I really
that
feel like y'all
ended
niggas
up
done
maybe
took a
closing them
hit.
out.
And for us to be getting hit right now is fucking disappointing.
Play action. It's Fields. Out to his left. Space to run past the 20. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Big yardage there.
This shit is unacceptable.
Gets him a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
95. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Here's Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown.
This shit is lame.
Justin Fields taking
Y'all
it
niggas
from
running
7
after the
yards
game.
away. And the Panthers are
Y'all can
closing
get ready to
in
run the
now
whole
on a
fucking
7th
field.
straight win to start the year. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About
set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand and relate.
Of course, bro. Of course he's gonna fumble. Come on, bro.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep.
Past the 20. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 7-yard line.
So about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2.
But they lame me for taking my quarterback out, but then taking the receiver that don't do shit with y'all from y'all. I said they lame me for taking my quarterback out for that game and just taking y'all number 2 receiver out for y'all.
2nd down and goal. Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Man, Devontae Power needing a half but 2 catches from this game.
Passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people.
Y'all niggas finna run 2 laps. Fuck it.
Defensively. I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Back near his goal line. Here's Lance. This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he is out up around the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Oot, 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 oot. And these niggas running extra all week at practice.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
Ah.
Lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job.
And got his man complete.
That was good.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 33
That's
yards
my
that
go-to,
time.
bro.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Goddamn.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Lance again. Flush to his right.
Hit the wrong button.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first
Oh,
place.
yeah, he
Just say
definitely
we're
burned the
good.
fucking
I
thing.
actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jalen Waddle, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here.
But what does it mean? Nothing.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone,
GG's.
not a good one.
See y'all niggas in Atlanta. Yeah. We'll see you at the crib.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina.